Now to another pretty chilling case that has been recorded by a police officer. He and a colleague were called to a local forest as a hiker heard some extremely scary noises. They thought at first that a wild animal got loose, but after listening to the screams, they weren't so sure anymore.
What the absolute...
Now, could this have been the infamous Bigfoot, or maybe just a mountain lion, deer, or bear? This video was shared by a driver who wasn't quite sure what to make of what he caught that night. He posted this encounter on the paranormal Reddit section and stated that he felt something rather inexplicable was going on that night. He was on his way home from work, and on this particular stretch of road where the incident was captured, ghostly sightings are nothing rare. Even some of his family members stated that they also have seen ghosts on the road. But of course nothing ever was documented on their part. What really struck the driver as odd is that his radio malfunctioned after he passed by a pale figure. What would a woman be doing there late at night? Not to mention that this is pretty dangerous, of course, standing so close to the road. Many people have the opinion that maybe in fact this was one of the several paranormal encounters that seem to take place here ever so often. Is this realistic in your opinion? Quite weird how the skin of this lady is a bit illuminated almost, just like her dress. And what about the radio interference? What a strange coincidence. The following recording was captured by a traffic camera in Wessex, Britain, on which a pretty unusual creature was supposedly captured. It's not uncommon for the authorities to capture some wildlife ever so often. Today's video, though, was a bit different. We can see a busy road, and then a weird creature appearing from the left side out of the darkness and scampering over all 4 lanes of the highway within a few seconds. What's weird about this incident is the creature's legs that are bending inwards, making many believe that we are dealing with a rather inexplicable creature here. Some say that it even looks a little bit humanoid, causing some to believe that we are dealing with another shapeshifter here. Could this be? It's really hard to say what's going on for sure, but it makes one wonder. The next video was shared by 2 officers from Argentina who were working security that night. They were checking the different security cameras that were mounted around the premises. Apparently, there had been a terrifying incident unfolding the night before, and the 2 officers were hoping that one of the cameras might have captured this incident. At first, it appeared that they weren't in luck, but eventually came across a really spooky sight.
Fíjate. Ajá.
Se fue.
Para que si veamos cuando sigamos. Para que vean de que no. Si alguien puede ver que se va, no se va. Y ahí lo entramos a
Ahí se
buscar.
ve como una calavera.
Aparece, ajá.
Yo te decía,
Y desapareció. Desapareció, desapareció y desapareció.
mira, ahí se aparece como una calavera.
We can see a person that seems to be smoking something. However, the flames are just so massive and the whole encounter just doesn't feel right. But what's even more is the woman suddenly just disappearing into thin air, not to be seen again. And then, based on many comments, the lingering smoke seems to be forming the shape of a skull. How eerie. It is unclear what exactly had transpired here, but it left the officers extremely unsettled. And now we want to take a look at a video from user STFVNEX, and the young girl states that she's actually situated in Boston and that one night she saw a really weird object popping up in the sky and she suspects that this could have been a UFO. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is quite ominous. What could this be? I don't think this is drones. Nor is this a plane? Strange. Could this be lights from somewhere? I don't have any other explanation. I mean, you know, sometimes there's festivals that have something like that, but it does look like a weird unknown flight object. I have to say it. Huh. This is really weird. Oh, and it gets smaller too. Oh, now it just stays there, does not move anymore. Oh, and it's gone. This is quite strange, guys. I mean, it looks like some sort of plane, but we all know that planes cannot move like that, back and forth. So, I'm at a loss here. If it is not lights from, as I was saying, a festival, which I don't think it is, maybe it is though, then we might have been witness to a flight object that I cannot identify. Now it's time to take a look at user Geeky Stuff, who on his YouTube channel is reviewing, as the name might suggest, all things tech related. So the video of today was a bit out of the ordinary for him. One night he noticed a really strange object circling around in the bedroom of his little kid. He's not a believer in the paranormal, yet the following events made him a bit uneasy, and he is not sure what exactly got captured by the baby camera placed on a little dresser. Let's take a look.
Hi guys, I don't believe in ghosts at all. I think it's absolute rubbish, and all these orbs and energies and all that crap. But I was filming on the dome camera a couple of days ago, and I noticed something at the bottom of my son's bed, which I'll also include a little screenshot of it if I can, with a picture, but you can just see it just there, under there, like that. Now, I thought when I got the notification that my son had got out of bed and he was facing the camera at the bottom of the bed, I thought that was his little face. But then when you press play on the video, it flies off. See that? Let's go back. Again, flies off. Keep dragging it back. You can just see it. So I have no idea what that is. There's no wind in there or anything like that, no breeze. It's the windows are all shut. It looks a bit freaky, doesn't it? Let's look at it. I just thought I'd show you that, guys. See if there's any people out there who actually believes in ghosts or orbs or any sort of type of energy, what you think it might be or might have been.
So, what exactly was in the room with his little kid? People believe that it could have been an insect, while some others say it has to be an orb that may even took a humanoid shape, and that it appears to be an odd-looking head. What do you guys think? After all, it had activated the emotion alert on Geek's phone, so something was in the room there. How mysterious. Following has been shared to the paranormal Reddit section by user Color Negative, and the user states, "My cousin sent me this a few years back at rented vacation house in Ocean Isle Beach. House allegedly had a big fire years ago. There was no young kids on the trip. She was the youngest in the home at 16 years old. Thoughts?" Oh, this is the submission. I mean, I can tell right away. Look at the TV here. Now, it would appear that there's the silhouette of a young girl standing right at the headboard of the bed. I don't get that. It is really strange. Now, maybe something was behind the window, casting a weird shadow and causing this effect. I mean, this would be an easy explanation for me. If this is not something paranormal, that is. What do you guys think? Is this just a trick of the eye? The next video was a submission and was supposedly filmed by the dashcam of a police cruiser. The officer on patrol was Ben Malik. Didn't expect to see anything extraordinary that night. However, this should change rather quickly. After driving for a while, the officer notices a strange person in the left side of the road, and it seemed that they had started a fire. Of course, this was more than reason enough to pull over for him. Based on his reports, the woman seemed to have a burning face, which the man could not explain in the slightest. And this is another case for which most people simply don't have an answer for. The man believes that the woman was performing a ritual of some sorts, and it is stated that he arrested the mysterious woman shortly after. Who knows what exactly this dashcam had recorded here? What do you think was going on? User Bobo on Reddit. He asked the community about a strange anomaly that was recorded in his home. He states, "What do we think? Camera has been going off non-stop the past month. Then we finally saw this, about 7 minutes of it. Our dog has been terrified, keeps his tail in between his legs and is hiding when no one's home." Some people mentioned that this could merely be a dust particle, but most comments say that dust is really unrealistic. The movement pattern of this orb is pretty unique. Do you think this could be a paranormal incident? Who knows what is causing it, if that's the case? The following video was sent by Tobias M, and he forwarded this originally from Sinistro Hendrik Alves. It was captured by a family in the United States that has had some pretty strange events unfolding in the past weeks. Apparently, they received a lot of motion alarms at night, only to be seeing weird hovering objects that were making it through their yard and driveway. This was one of their latest recordings. Could it just be spider webs or a bug? Very unlikely, says the family. It happens so frequently at night that they believe something else is going on here. What do you think? Paranormal? Or something way more rational? Now we want to take a look at a pretty creepy recording that was shared by a paranormal team. User Dr. Muerte has posted it in the paranormal section of Reddit and was hoping for some answers. The team was investigating a graveyard in the midst of night, and they did not come across anything unusual in the beginning. They started their night per usual, K2 meters and several EVP sessions. It was at a random point of the night, however, when they were filming towards a crypt on the upper level, and there were many gravestones that were surrounding the team. Once they pan the camera downwards again, something really strange appears.
Pero bueno, ya ves, mira qué lunazo.
Ya te digo. Metemos ahí a Cristi.
Pero bueno, ya ves, mira qué lunazo.
Ya te digo. Metemos ahí a Cristi.
Pero bueno, ya ves, mira qué lunazo.
Ya te digo.
A small figure is walking by in what appears to be a white dress. Commentators speculate that this might even resemble a wedding dress. The statue of this apparition seems to be really small. And it does look like a female that is walking by here. It's unlikely for it to be a bug or anything. But what other explanation could this sighting have, in your opinion? It's certainly a remarkable recording if it hasn't been tampered with. Maybe it was a spirit wandering around the graveyard in the middle of the night. Now a recording from an officer that was patrolling the wing of an older airport, which supposedly was completely abandoned at the time. He wasn't the first person to have seen and heard really odd things going on there, especially the washroom areas were notorious for inexplicable noises. Tonight he documented these weird happenings.
Aquí, en este pasillo, hay un baño. En este pasillo hay un baño. Hay un baño de mujeres. En este pasillo hay un baño de mujeres. A esta hora hay un fantasma juguetón que juega con las llaves de lavamanos. Ahí está. Este es el baño. Ese es el baño. Y como ustedes se pueden dar cuenta, están las luces apagadas. Ay, qué miedo. No hay nadie. No hay nadie. No hay nadie, no hay un alma aquí abajo. No tiene por qué haberla. Y en este baño menos. Sin embargo, allí está el fantasma jugando con la llave del agua. Es obviamente una mujer, bueno, a menos que sea. Me voy a acercar poco a poco. Está oscuro, man. Se prenden las luces por mi presencia. Se paró. Se quedó quieto. Dale pues. Sigue jugando. ¿Por qué te paras? Mira. Hola. Hola, hola. ¿Estás acá? ¿Dónde estás? Se prenden las luces. ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? Necesito otra prueba. Necesito otra prueba. ¡Ay, marica!
It appears that this spirit seems to be pretty smart, even responding to our guard here and proving him wrong. Maybe there's a reason for its presence. Some say it wants to be noticed. Could this be? Whatever the answer, it's pretty eerie. User Reslan has shared the pretty strange encounter in the paranormal section of Reddit. He lives in Malaysia and was out the night when this video was recorded. He states that initially his eye had caught a strange shape at the other side of the street. Besides an unusual weeping noise, he felt that what he was seeing was relatively unnatural. Could we be seeing a ghost here? Some commentators state that this sheet looks like a telekung, a prayer garb that is usually worn by Indonesian and Malaysian women. Could it be so? It's pretty hard to say if this could be an actual ghost or just a regular woman in the end. Nevertheless, the man found this encounter extremely creepy. This recording was forwarded to me by a Frostmare viewer called Kim. She told me that a group of her friends regularly loves to ghost hunt in different places all around Japan. This night it wasn't any different for the group, and in fact an old tunnel system was next on the list of their anticipated nightly ventures, to capture unexplainable events on their camcorders. After investigating the premises for over 30 minutes, one of the females appears to get scared. The cameraman seems to have captured a floating being. Analyzing the frames reveals a torso, two arms hanging down, and a head facing the floor. An evil spirit. The following is a pretty strange recording that was sent in by Louis B. He stated that he does not know the original source, but that the video was recorded by a CCTV camera which was mounted in a shoe store. We can see the store owner talking to a customer. However, a strange image is visible in the mirror in the back. A shadow can be seen. The owner had no idea where it originated from, and only noticed that something was off when performing a routine check of the recordings that evening. What do you think? Is it just a setup? Or is something otherworldly going on here? Now we are following Hassan Barbar on a new adventure of his. He's an urban explorer and paranormal ghost hunter who likes to seek out jinns and other spirits. Tonight he will explore another abandoned building where nobody, besides a couple of animals, seem to set foot in anymore. After he scouts out the perimeter, he captures the first odd occurrence without even noticing.
في صوت.
No idea what that is. Nothing significant is happening for quite some time, and Hassan is exploring this area a bit further.
طبعا يا اخوان الوضع ما بطمن خاصة مع الكلب. في شيء. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ايه والله العظيم في اشي يا اخوان. بسم الله. والله العظيم في اشي كان. في حدا هون؟
It appears that the same figure is back, looking at them and disappearing to the right. Is it a jinn? And just a few moments later, when the figure cannot be seen anymore, a face is peeking out of the hole right behind Hassan. And then his investigation ended. Truly spooky. Now to an even more mysterious recording. The uploader states that it was recorded while driving along a road in the city, somewhere in China. It was a nice and sunny day at first, but all of a sudden the weather changed, and besides an unusual strong wind breeze, there was something else that could be seen in the sky.
干成火花了，这啥情况啊？哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！
What appears to be a strange bird, or, like some people speculated, a dragon can be seen flying through the sky. And then there is a scary looking spark of fire, making some believe that this might have been caused by the creature touching the power wires. A nice film project perhaps, but what makes all of this a little bit weirder is that the same day there have been several other people recording this incident from all kinds of different angles. Take a look. So, all just a big hoax? Some nice editing? Or just an inexplicable encounter? The next clip was uploaded to Reddit by user Hachi4496. He and his family have lived in this house for a while, however only recently started feeling a strange presence in their home. It started out subtle, just the feeling someone is watching you or thinking you see someone out of the corner of your eye. But soon it escalated. They started hearing footsteps and items banging around the house, doors closing on their own, and even speaking coming from rooms where nobody was inside. They decided to try setting up a few cameras to see if they could catch maybe an object falling on its own or a door slamming. What they caught was even more frightening. A black figure very quickly makes its way across the kitchen. If you look closely, it even appears to leave a black fog behind for a brief moment. The entity even seems to crouch down, avoiding the camera when it comes into view. While some viewers say this could simply be a bug, others are saying the way the shadow seems to intentionally avoid the camera, paired with the strange shadow and extreme speed, makes it look very different than other clips of insects on lenses. The shadow creature could possibly be responsible for the paranormal events, or is this all a coincidence? Let me know your thoughts about it. While they were attending a history tour, this young man could record an eerie shape of a woman in the hallway. What do you think? It's hard to believe that this is a visitor, maybe an employee, or something paranormal. The following video is another one that I would categorize under the extremely weird encounter section. It was captured by two urban explorers who were investigating an abandoned building in which some mysterious happenings have been going on over the past years. What exactly is unknown, however. The investigation is cut relatively short though, when, based on their reports, they came across a scary looking person standing in an empty room and staring at them. They made it back to their car and got out of there as fast as they could. And then the following was captured. A scary video indeed. A violent stranger must have followed the two men back to their car and then was seemingly throwing a very heavy object at them as they make their escape. The question is, what was this person doing there? Was it maybe a homeless person that felt disturbed? This is one of the theories that most people have. Apparently the two men never returned to this location, and who can blame them really? Pretty dangerous encounter. I'm glad nobody got hurt. The next video was sent to me by Adamantis, who tells me that he stumbled over it in the paranormal section of Reddit. Igor G., a father who was preparing his kids inside their house to go outside for an Easter egg hunt, shared an encounter that startled him and his family quite a bit. His wife was waiting outside for the three of them and was filming the incident through the glass of the entrance door window. You can see Igor and one of his kids from the inside, and they appear to be really excited. Shortly before they make their way outside, Igor steps aside to get his other little one ready. And then something really odd unfolds behind his kid in the reflection of the glass door. Let's take a look. Have you seen anything strange? Take a good look again. First we see Igor himself behind his son, but what happens after? Igor himself states, "My wife was videotaping our kids coming out of the house for Easter to get their reaction. You can see me in the window with the sunglasses on, and then a face appears of an old man. No idea who that is." What do you guys think? Was it a visitor from another plane? Or was Igor fooling us here, possibly holding up a paper cut or something? I couldn't say. Still, a really creepy video. Mary has sent the following video. She tells me, "My friend and her 1-year-old daughter were in my bathroom when the little girl started pointing and talking to something in the corner that neither her mother nor I could see. So that's when I decided to open up my TikTok app and apply the ripple glitter effect. There seems to be a shadow of an arm in the curtain behind my friend. Right before that, I can see some sort of black fly across the screen.
What? What?
Mary didn't tell me if there was any more paranormal activity unfolding in their home, but nobody could explain these sightings this evening. Mysterious. The following video was recorded by a young man from Oregon. Being an urban explorer, he always had a big interest in abandoned tunnels, sewers, and the likes. He states that he and even some of his friends could hear some pretty inexplicable noises coming from the sewer tunnels in his hometown. One night, he foolishly decided to investigate these tunnels by himself.
I'm coming up on the tunnel right now. I'm hearing the noises inside the tunnel, and hello? 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 I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you.
The man states that he ran as fast as he could and made sure to never return to these tunnels. Now, obviously the footage is not the best, and even remastering it didn't reveal much more detail for us. Many people think that this looks similar to the ray creature. And if not, what else could it be? If it wasn't a hoax, of course. Everybody should know that playing with things that they might not understand can hold great danger. Oftentimes, it even comes with a price many people might not be able to pay. Some friends were gathering at a buddy's house because he was pretty eager to show them his new creation. The freezing air should have given them a clue that something is off though.
No, ain't nobody touch you. That's wrong. If there's a ghost in here, he gonna move that motherfucker down. Don't try to scare me with the TV. Nobody's cold. The AC is on in the house. Don't even try. Right. Right. Is the anyone else in here besides us? Can you hear me?
This video was recorded by two friends who were visiting a pretty notorious house. This case was all over the news at the time. A young woman was found that unfortunately had lost her life there. She was kept in the basement by the owner. Horrifying things went down there at the time, and now this house stands abandoned. Keep that in mind. However, somehow it seemed that something still remained there.
This is freaky. Yeah.
Look at the right side window. Is something moving the curtains, perhaps? It almost looks like it.
What was the basement like? Where?
And let's look at the window again one more time. It almost appears as if something is standing on the other side of it for a second. How mysterious. Or was it just a reflection from the outside?
This is the basement where the little girl was tortured. Dude, come here. As you can see, this is what the basement looked like. That's fucked.
Oh, hell no. This picture of the stairs, too.
Dude, I ain't fucked.
There's a picture of the stairs.
Dude, I ain't fucked.
There's a picture of the stairs.
I swear to God.
Could it be that the girl's spirit could still be stuck to this house? Some people believe that this is the case, unfortunately. But let's hope that it's not true.